Good Erev Shabbos, everyone. It's not Friday, it's Erev Shabbos. Al Tira, we have nothing to be afraid of because we love Hashem. Hashem loves us. And Hashem has a master plan. I want to thank our Return Friday into Erev Shabbos generous sponsors, Mendon Tzipora Fishman, Chus V'chai Rivka Bas Tzipora Friedel, in memory of Rabbi Jonathan Sachs, Rav Yaakov Tzib, and David Aryeh. Time to turn our Friday into Erev Shabbos. Al Tira. I want to speak to you about some beautiful insight I saw from Rav Moshe Ofsel Zatzal in his beautiful Sefer, immerse on Shabbos. The notion of Shabbos as being a day of Simcha, we don't often or ordinarily think of it that way because the truth is Yontif is Simcha. Zman Simcha Seinu, we have a mitzvah of Simcha, of meat and wine, of shopping, of candies and toys for children. But Simcha, the mitzvah Samachta B'Chagech, we think of Simcha, joy, happiness, as being associated with Yontif. But the truth is a pasuk in Bamidbar that says, B'yom Simcha. So on this day of happiness, they would blow the trumpets in the Mishkan. The Sifri says that pasuk, that day of Simcha, was Shabbos. Was Shabbos. The Zohar says, how is Shabbos a day of Simcha? Where's the joy? It's a day of Oneg. Where's the joy, the Simcha? The Zohar says, because you eat 3 meals. 3 meals, delicacies, delicious. You count down, you look around, you're disconnected, you're off. There's no malacha. There's nothing to do. There's no task. There's no work. It's a day of Simcha. In fact, the Beis Yosef in Or Chaim, in Reish Pei Aleph, brings the name of Shvoli Haleket, one of the Rishonim. The reason we say Yismechu b'malchuscha, Shomer Shabbos v'Korei Oneg, in Shmona Esrei and Shabbos, we say Yismechu b'malchuscha. It's a day of happiness. What's Yismechu b'malchuscha? When are we glad? When do we have Simcha? When do we have happiness? When do we have joy in your Malchus, in your King? That is Shabbos. And that's how we end the bracha. V'yismechu b'cha Yisrael. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you're happy with us. We're happy with you. There's a notion of Simcha, a Simcha on Shabbos. Where is that Simcha on Shabbos? So the simple understanding of the Simcha Shabbos is we're getting in the Neshama Yisera all week long. All week long we're fragmented, we're divided. All week long we're distracted. All week long our neshama is not in its fullest. It's not attuned. Our neshama is distracted. It has to-dos and tasks and technology. But Shabbos comes, we disconnect from the world and we connect to Shabbos. Simcha, the Simcha of a snow day, the Simcha of a hurricane day, the Simcha of no matter how much work there is to do, no matter what is waiting, guilt-free, we have the beauty of Shabbos. The beauty of Shabbos means Simcha, joy and happiness. Yismechu b'malchuscha. Yismechu. Shabbos, Yom Simcha. That's Shabbos. Shabbos is a day of Simcha. So I want to quote to you. He brings that in immerse. He says, Isa b'Zohar HaKadosh. The Zohar says the following. Shevamida sha'adam mekabelas haShabbos b'simcha. The degree to which you receive and accept and celebrate Shabbos b'simcha. Are you burdened and miserable? Another Shabbos, we got to cook, we got to clean, we got to set the table, the expense, we got to disconnect. I can't be doing what I want to, going where I want to. If you're miserable and frabisana and you bring the negativity into Shabbos, that's not Shabbos. It's not Shabbos. It says Zohar, the degree to which you enter Shabbos, b'simcha. There's joy, there's happiness, there's excitement. Oh, another Shabbos, we're sitting, we're talking, we're laughing, we're singing, we're playing, we're resting. There's a simcha. Kain le'uma zeh yikablu. Malachim es nishmaso b'tzeiso me'olam hazeh b'simcha u'va'anpen nihirin. Says the Zohar HaKadosh, we are welcomed into the next world with the same attitude and the same energy with which we welcome Shabbos into this world. If we welcome Shabbos, we're excited, we're waiting, we're ready, we're eager, we're overjoyed, then our neshama, when it enters the next world, is received and accepted the same way. But if we're miserable, and we're pushing off, and we're waiting till the last second, and we really don't want it, and we don't like it, and we don't love it, then that's the same way that we'll be greeted in the world to come. Says Rav Moshe Wolfson, not like those that come into shul, and lichadodi, they're reading the handout, they're reading the Dvar Torah, they're reading the bulletin, their mind is wandering, they're sitting silently, everybody else is singing, everybody else has a little rhythm, a little clap, a little dance in their step. But this person, they're learning a sefer, they're reading a printout, they're talking to their friend, they're not listening. Such a person is not really connected to Shabbos. You're looking at a sefer, Shabbos, says Rav Wolfson, I know righteous people, incredible people. He says, I saw, they were ready early, and they were found waiting, and they had an aura, a light, a smile, a joy. And they would come to shul. They were fully present. Lichadodi likraskal. So excited. We're going to greet the Shabbos queen, thinking about the words, singing and dancing and clapping. You don't find righteous tzaddikim, tzidkanios. You don't find a Rosh Yeshiva or Rabbanim. You don't find holy people. They're making way through a sefer. They're making their way through a sefer. They're chazering the Gemara. They're looking at the bulletin. They're reading the handout. No, besimcha, lechadodi besimcha. Lechadodi besimcha. V'tzarech adam l'siageh kedei she'yizkeh lahargish noam haShabbos. V'lama kol shavu b'torah v'tefillah u'tzedakah. Person should spend the whole week getting in the mood, getting excited. Person should spend the whole week orienting themselves that Shabbos is the payoff. Shabbos is the makor bracha. Shabbos is what I'm doing it all for. Shabbos is the tachlis of Ma'aseh Bereishis. Why am I working so hard to bring home a paycheck? Why am I so invested in these children, in this family? What is this really all about? So I can get lost in Shabbos, immerse myself in Shabbos. Shabbos can lift and enrich and elevate. So I could feel the simcha, I could tap into the simcha. Lichadodi. So Pnei Shabbos in the Kabbalah, put on your Shabbos panim and clap and sing and move your feet and don't look at the clock and don't look in the sefer and don't read the handout. Tzadikim, Gedolim, Rabbanim, Talmidei Chachamim. They weren't learning Torah. Were you meant to learn Torah? Learn Torah. When you're meant to sing Lechadodi, Pnei Shabbos in the Kabbalah. So Chevra, we're going to turn our Friday into Erev Shabbos by getting in the mood. Put on the music in your house. Put a skip in your step. Be besimcha. You can't stumble into Shabbos miserable, frabissan, and negative, angry, resentful, burdened. You have to come into Shabbos besimcha. No matter what's going on, no matter how hard it is, no matter what was involved, no matter the details, doesn't matter. Person has to get in a mindset, besimcha, to come into Shabbos besimcha. Because we want our children, our grandchildren to love Shabbos, to look forward to Shabbos. We want to ourselves create an energy of a passion, of an excitement of Shabbos. We want to turn our Friday into Erev Shabbos by injecting a sense of simcha, by waking up on Erev Shabbos with a sense of simcha. So that was the way tzaddikim, that was the way they entered into the Shabbos, says Rav Wolfson in Emunas Itecha. Yakir Adam is atzmo she'muchan u'muchshol la'aniges haShabbos. You have to bring pleasure to Shabbos, not pleasure to yourself. We don't bring pleasure. It's not about the scotch, the tequila, the charcuterie board. It's not about the delicacies. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a good l'chaim and enjoying the beautiful food and enjoying the delicacies. But we're trying to bring a joy to Shabbos and Shabbos to us, to the neshama yiseva, to the ruchnius. You know where the simcha is on Shabbos? My neshama it's yisera. My neshama is on fire. I'm getting lost in the singing of lechadodi. So it took 2 more minutes. So it took I can't keep my feet still. I can't keep my hands from clapping. Lichadodi, likraskala, Pnei Shabbos, I'm putting on my Shabbos panim, and I feel a simcha. So part of our task, our mission, is to turn our Friday into Erev Shabbos by getting excited, by injecting simcha, by finding a happiness. And Hashem, we should all be zocha. The besoros, tovos, yeshuos, v'nachamos, altira. We have nothing to be afraid of when we turn to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when we turn to the Almighty.